Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Aina Hazira binti Abdul Hakim, matric number 1925620, and I am going to explain chapter 6, consumers online, the internet audience and consumer behavior. So there are 3 points in this topic. First is the internet audience key features. Second is the basic concept of consumer behavior and purchasing. Third is how consumers behave online. So moving to our first point, which is the key features of internet audience. First is the number of users online. In 2018, there were around 280 million internet users in the US. Second is the intensity and scope of use increase. Smartphones and tablets were major access point to internet and online. So as we can see and as we experience it, the usage of tablets and smartphones increasing, like from the normal handphone. Like now most people use smartphones and tablets, thus that make how the usage of internet and online become wider. Third is that some demographic groups have higher percentage than the others of online usage. For example, groups like income, education, age, and ethnic dimension. For income, people with higher income use internet and being online more than the lower income. It is obviously because of broadband and data and internet, all of them are not free, and we have to pay for it. So people with higher income have the luxury to buy the internet and being online more than the lower income people. Second, for the education, people with higher education, like students, being online and being in internet more compared to people that are not. This may because of we can get information and get education from the internet, as we ourselves, we students at the moment have to join online school, right? So we experience it ourselves that we being online more than people that are not continuing in their school. So second is the basic concept of consumer behavior and purchasing. There are 5 stages in consumer decision process. First is the awareness of need. Second, search for more information. Third, evaluation of alternative. Fourth, actual purchase decision. And fifth is post-purchase contact with firm. This decision process, what is consumer decision process? It is actually the process of how consumer make decision to purchase product in e-commerce. So yeah, we need to aware of what we need, and then we have to do some research for what we for the things that we need, and then evaluation of alternative. Like we have to think of the alternative, how to buy it, from which store, online store, and the actual purchase decision, and then the post-purchase contact with firm. Either we like the product or not, and then maybe giving feedback to the firm or the store that we in contact with. Second is the consumer behavior model. Consumer behavior model, it is actually a social science discipline that attempt to model and understand the behavioral of human in marketplace. give you more like a alternative for example, like for the store or people in the marketplace, so that they can understand what their consumer, what their customer wants, what what the consumer purchase, where they purchase, when, how much, and why they buy the certain things they buy. So expectation for this model is that if the consumer decision making process can be understood, then the firms or stores will have a much better idea on how to market and sell their products. Then third is a profile of online consumer. Online consumer is parallel to the offline consumer behavior, with some of the obvious reasons, and the main reasons why many consumers choose online than the offline types of shopping is because of the convenience and also time saving. Next is the online purchasing decision. First is the general online behavior model. What we have to understand is that online purchasing decision, the general online behavior model, the internet environment, it affects the consumer decision. So this for online, majorly we look at how the website function, how the website looks like, how the online store looks like, if the design is pretty, if the process on like buying things is easy, the website features, and how the store their reply to us, then it will make us at ease to buy things from there. Second is the clickstream behavior. It is a clickstream behavior refers to transaction log that consumers establish as they move about the web, from search engine to a variety of sites, then to a single site, then to a single page, then finally to a decision to purchase. This is basically like a process on how shopping online works. Moving to the third point, on how consumer behave online. First, there is shoppers, browser, and buyer. There are over 90% of internet users, 80% of buyers, and 30% of browser. The significance of online browsing for offline purchasing should not be underestimated. This is because online browsing or online research influenced about 2.6 trillion of retail purchase in 2018. For example, some people, 30% of people that online browsing decided to buy the things that they browse offline. E-commerce and traditional commerce are coupled. They should be seen as a part of a continuum of consuming behavior. Next is what consumer buy and shop online. There are two types: the small ticket and big ticket. The first group, small ticket, there are mostly like small things such as apparels, books, food, and it is usually under $100. Then the other group is big ticket. Big ticket, such as things that more expensive than the small ticket group, such as computer, hardware, electronics, and they are usually cost more than $1,000. Back then, small ticket group outnumber the big ticket, but now consumer more confident in spending online to buy the big ticket item. And now even the bigger things like furnitures and large appliances have rapidly expanded in the last few years. And the next point is how consumers shop. Firstly, they are highly intentional. Like they will looking for a specific product before like buy things. Second is using search engine. Using the search engine, they will just type the things or product that they need. For example, you can shop online using Amazon, eBay, and in Malaysia we have like Shopee, Lazada, and things like that. Internet, there are some internet users that don't shop online. Some of the factor why they do not shop online are trust factor and hassle factor. About 8% of internet users doesn't shop online. For the trust factor, they may be worried because of the like personal and privacy reason. For example, like they may be worried if the merchant will cheat about the product or losing their credit card info, something like that. And then for if they want to like buy furnitures or fabrics, they may be worried if the texture is not good. So that's a part of the trust factor. Second is the hassle factor. For example, if they do not like a certain product, they cannot refund them, and like the shipping fees. Like the hassle factor includes that, like how they cannot undo things. And lastly are the two important factors for decision to purchase online. First is the utility and trust. Utility, like we customers obviously would like product with better prices and convenience, and how store function to them, like they are not too slow, or the response of the people from the organization should be fast, so that it brings convenience to the consumer. And for trust, especially between the merchants and the buyer, it is it is actually the perception of credibility and ease of use and perceived risk. It's like sellers, people that sell or people that handle the store, like they can develop trust among the online consumers. Even though it is online, they can like build strong reputation of honesty, fairness, and delivery of the product, so that their customer would trust them to buy things from the store again. And then they can see if the product they buy is worth it, if it's suits with the prices they put, and maybe by checking the feedbacks the former customers left.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I will be presenting subtopic 6.2, which is digital commerce marketing strategies and tools. Digital commerce marketing is different from ordinary marketing. There are several features which distinguish it from the ordinary marketing. In internet marketing, it is generally more personalized, more participatory, more peer-to-peer, and more communal. Not all internet marketing types have all these four features, but if they have all four of those, it is considered the most effective marketing. Next, we will look at the multi-channel marketing plan. There are 5, which are website, traditional online marketing, social marketing, mobile marketing, and offline marketing. There are several questions when it comes to utilizing internet marketing. The strategic issues and questions are, firstly, where should you focus first? Which means whether you want to focus on the website first, and then after that to continue to the mobile or social marketing. Next, how to integrate different marketing platforms into a clear message. Since this internet marketing uses different platforms such as social and mobile, which use different techniques, how do we integrate them together? And the third one is, how do you allocate the resources? Usually the first step to building an online brand is establishing a website. A website is important to establish customer relationship. What are the functions of a website? To establish brand identity and consumer expectations, to inform and educate consumer, and shape customer experience. What are the advantages of online marketing and advertising? There are several advantages. First is more targeted for the 18 to 34 age group audience. Ads can be targeted to individuals. There is a price discrimination. Price discrimination is selling products to different people and groups based on their willingness to pay. Lastly is the interactivity in online marketing. We will now take a look at the traditional online marketing and advertising tools. First, there are several terms which we need to know. Search engine marketing means the use of search engines to build and sustain brands. Search engine advertising means the use of search engines to support direct sales to online. In search engine advertising, there are 2 types, which is paid inclusion. Paid inclusion means that the search engine offers to the advertisers a fee to guarantee the inclusion of their website in the list of results. For pay-per-click search ad, it means that the advertiser has to pay a fee every time someone clicks on the advertiser's ad. In pay-per-click search ads, there are 2 types, which is the keyword advertising and network keyword advertising. Search engine optimization is the techniques to improve the ranking of web pages generated by search engine algorithms. Other than that, social search is the attempt to use your social contacts to provide search results. However, there are several issues regarding search engines which might degrade its results and usefulness. First of all, there could be link farms, means the group of websites that links to one another and boosting their ranking in the search engines. Content farms are companies that generate the large volumes of content for the multiple websites to attract viewers and search engines. There is also click fraud, which occurs when a competitor clicks on the search engine results and ads to force the advertiser to pay for the click, even though the click is not legitimate. In display ad marketing, there are lots of types of ads which can be used by advertisers. Banner ads is one of the oldest types of ads. Rich media ads are ads using animation and sound created by Java or JavaScript. Video ads are like TV commercials. Sponsorship is a paid effort to tie an advertiser's name to an event. In display ad marketing, there is also native advertising, content marketing, and advertising networks. Advertising network is where they sell the opportunities to the companies to buy exposure to an online audience. Ad exchanges creates a market where many ad networks sell ad space to marketers. Through the ad exchanges, there is the opportunity for real-time bidding, or also known as RTB, which are the online auctions where advertisers can bid for audience slots. Next, there is also email marketing. Direct email marketing means that the messages are directly sent to interested users. There are, however, some challenges in email marketing. First is spam. Spams are unsolicited emails sent by spammers to the people who have not expressed any interest in the product. The anti-spam software can help to filter out the spam in the inbox. And lastly, poorly targeted purchased email lists. In affiliate marketing, the commissions are paid by advertisers to affiliate websites for referring the potential customers to their website. Meanwhile, viral marketing is the process to get customers to pass along the company's marketing message to their friends, family, and colleagues. In lead generation marketing, it uses the multiple e-commerce presence to generate leads for business that can be later contacted and converted into customers. I will now cover on the social, mobile, and local marketing and advertising. Social marketing and advertising is the use of online social networks and communities to build brands and drive sales. Mobile marketing and advertising is the use of mobile platforms such as displaying banner ads, video, games, and such. With mobile apps, it can display content quicker than the browsers, and consumers are able to access a lot of apps through Google Play Store and Apple Store. Lastly, local marketing is the third largest e-commerce marketing trend in 2013 to 2014. An example of the local marketing tool is the Google Maps, which is able to show the local stores nearby on the Google Map. What is a multi-channel marketing? It is the integration of online and offline marketing. Nowadays, more marketers are using multiple online channels to reach to their customers through search ads and display ads on their mobile phones. The internet campaigns can now be supported by the use of emails, TV, prints, or radio. Let's take a look at other online marketing strategies. In the customer retention strategies, there are three, which is one-to-one marketing, behavioral targeting, and retargeting. In one-to-one marketing, it segments the market on the basis of individuals. Thus, specific marketing messages are targeted to fit the individual's needs. For example, the Amazon site greets their registered visitors and can recommend books based on the user's preference stored in their database. Behavioral targeting combines all of your online behavioral data into a collection of interest areas and then shows you ads based on the interest as well as the interest of your friends. Meanwhile, the retargeting ads involve showing the same or similar ads across multiple websites. Next is the customization and customer co-production. Customization means changing the product according to user preferences, while customer co-production means allowing the customer to interactively create the product. For example, the company Nike allows its customers to customize their own sneakers on its website. The customers can choose everything from the colors and the material of the sneakers by paying more to get their unique product. Another example is M&M, where it allows their customers to customize the printed message on the M&Ms. Customer service is extremely important for websites to help its marketing plans. There are tools which can facilitate the companies to provide customer service, such as FAQs, real-time customer service chat systems, and automated response systems. FAQs, in simple words, are the text-based listing of common questions and answers, which helps the user to resolve their concerns quickly. The real-time customer service chat systems allows the company's customer service representatives to send text-based messages with one or more customers on a real-time basis. For example, the click-to-call or live call allows the customer to accept an invitation to be called through the telephone by the customer service. The automated response system sends email confirmations such as the shipping confirmation and order status reports. Nowadays, firms still compete for the prices as well as the scope of operations and focus. There are several pricing strategies. The first strategy is piggyback strategy. It is when a small number of users are convinced to pay for premium services that are piggybacked by a larger audience who receives the standard or the lowered value of services. Price discrimination is selling products to different people and groups based on their willingness to pay. For free and freemium, the free service can help to build the market awareness and lead to sales of other follow-on products. For the freemium, users are able to access to the free services, but they must pay for premium or add-on services. For example, the YouTube Premium or Spotify Premium, which offers the premium versions of the product to support their free services. Versioning means creating multiple versions of information goods and selling the same product to different market segments at different prices. Last but not least, bundling means offering consumers two or more goods for a reduced price. For example, Microsoft offers the bundle package for their Microsoft Office package, which includes the Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, Access, and Excel. Dynamic pricing is different from fixed price strategies. There are four, which are auctions, yield management, surge pricing, and flash marketing. Auctions are usually flexible and efficient market mechanisms for pricing unique goods and commonplace goods such as flowers, computers, and cameras. Yield management is frequently used by Amazon or other large online retailers that involves changing prices hourly to stimulate demand and maximize revenues. Surge pricing means charging more when a product or service is in high demand. Flash marketing is effective for travel services, luxury goods, and others. They use email or website features to notify the discounts for loyal customers for a limited time. The final type of digital commerce marketing is long-tail marketing. It is, by definition, characterized by a small number of events of high amplitude and a large number of events with low amplitude. A simple example of long-tail marketing is Amazon, where they sell millions of book titles from less-known authors at sale for $2 or less. However, because of its search and recommendation engines, Amazon is still able to generate profits from the sales of these less-known books.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Moving on to 6.3, mind map internet marketing technology. And this mind map, there are 8 points. Firstly, we will look at the internet impact on marketing. So, firstly, we need to understand that the internet is as a communication medium, and the impact it brings are that the scope of marketing communication broadened. Next, the richness of marketing communication increased, and the information intensity of a marketplace also expanded. And always on mobile environment expands marketing opportunities. Moving on to the technology of it, first is the web transaction log. What is the web transaction log? Web transaction logs, it records user activity at a website. It is web transaction log is built into web server software, and it can record user activity at the website. It also provides much marketing data, especially it will become more useful when it is combined with two other visitors generated data trails, such as registration form and the shopping cart database. Next is the cookies and tracking files. There are 4 types of tracking files, which are cookies, flash cookies, web beacon, also known as bug, and super cookies, also known as tracking header. Cookies is it allows data a website to store data on user's computer, then retrieve it. But however, the other 3, like flash cookies, web beacon, and super cookies, these 3 is not easily visible. The other tracking files are deterministic cross-device tracking and probabilistic cross-device tracking. Deterministic cross-device tracking, it relies on the login user data. Meanwhile, the probabilistic cross-device tracking, it relies on the algorithm. Moving on to the database as a technology. Database enable profiling, and it also store records and attributes. Database. Database is a DBMS is a software app used by many organizations to create the database. Meanwhile, SQL is a structured query language, and it's a industry standard database query and manipulation language. DBMS also maintain to create, maintain, and to access the database. Lastly, the relational database. It represents data as the 2D tables, much like a spreadsheet. Next, we go to our fifth point, which is data warehouse and data mining. Data warehouse, it collects firms' transaction and customer data in single location for offline analysis by marketers and site manager. Its function or purpose is to gather all the firm transaction of customer, all the firm's transaction and customer data in one repository so it can be easily analyzed. Meanwhile, data mining, it's a set of analytical technique to find patterns in data based on the data warehouse, and then the model behavior of a customer, to develop the customer profile. There are three types of data mining. First is query driven, which is it based on specific query, and then model driven data mining. It involves the use of model that analyze the way variables of interest to decision maker. Last is the rule based data mining. Moving on to big data. The challenge of big data, it refers to data in a petabyte or exabyte range, meaning billion or trillion of records from all different sources. For example, like web traffic, emails, and social media. However, traditional DBMS are unable to process the increasing volume of data. So to handle the unstructured and semi-structured data in a big quantity, there comes Hadoop. Hadoop is a software. It is a distributed parallel processing of huge amount of data across computer. It is also an open source software, and it can process any type of data, even the unstructured data, before they are loaded into the data warehouse. Moving on to CRM, which is a customer relationship management system. It's a repository of customer info that records all the contact that a customer has with a firm. It is a marketing automatic system, which means it tracks steps in lead generation. CRM system, it manages the relationship with customer once the purchase is made, and they will create the customer profile based on the things that the customer purchased. Next, and then the customer data used to develop and sell the additional products. And next, and then to identify the profitable customers, and also to optimize service delivery. That's all from me. Thank you.
My name is Nurshadwani binti Jamaluddin. My number is 1929958. So we have done with our chapter 6, and now we will move on to our chapter 7, which is social, mobile, and local marketing. So we'll go to the social marketing first. So the concept of the social marketing is to create the social change. It's actually to influence the behaviors that will benefit communities. Some of the purpose in social marketing. So we want to change how people behave. It's actually we want to change for greater good. We want to raise brand awareness. We want to increase the sales. These two things are very important and very related among each other. So if we want to increase our sales, if we raise the brand awareness, that's a lot. It's better. It's a good thing to do because people from all over the world will know about your brand. Example is the social media. Let's zoom. Social media is really a good platform for any company, for any business to grow their business, to share about their products. Puma is a really strong brand in worldwide. So, for example, if any promotions, if any new products are being released, they will make sure that a social media account will have it. And then here we have the campaign. So BuzzFeed actually they make the tasty videos. They made a social marketing, which is the 1-minute video to share with people in their in the apps or in any social media such as Facebook and Instagram. So because they know that 1-minute duration of 1-minute cooking video is really fast and quick and easy to watch, easy to follow. The next one, we have the Oreo Dunks in the Dark. So Oreo makes this marketing that Oreo still can be eaten even in the dark. Mobile marketing is actually about the mobility, where we know that people right now have at least one mobile phone, and it's really simple for the concept. It's actually an activity to promote your business or to promote your products through mobile devices. So it wants to push the brand via mobile devices. Each person have at least one mobile devices, right? They will try to promote their product to the mobile phones from the company to their customers, targeting audience by mobile devices. So these are the examples. We have the in-app ads and also the text messages. So in-app ads is basically I pick this example in the YouTube where we have the ads before or during we watch the YouTube. There will be some ads featuring in the video, and that one is we call that as in-app ads. And in text messages, we will get text messages from companies that wants to promote their product. Then the last one will be the local marketing. It's more about the findability, and it's actually the concept is we want to target our customers within a specific location. That means that the products are being promoted for a certain customers in that location. And the purpose is to reach the customers to buy the products in the local area. These are the example. We have the Kabut sale. This is very good to market your product. Kabut sale is for people who wants to promote their products to the local customer or to the in the local area. And then we have the Airbnb. What is Airbnb? Airbnb is actually in short term or short words, we would say a site that we can go to search for places to stay, to search um, for homes, for apartments, for hotels, anything to stay in that particular place. It's more likely like a hotel. We can book our accommodation in the Airbnb. So what what Airbnb does? Airbnb has 7 million plus listings worldwide. Although it's a global brand, but they actually use the localized marketing to both the hosts and also the travelers. So they have a few ways. To example, they have the Airbnb magazine, and also they have the country specific social media campaign in basically in local language. So each country will have their promotional campaign based on the place or what they want to make, what they want to promote. Is to support the domestic travel, and it enhancing or it is to improve the local economic growth. And then we have the shops, the stores. This one is what we see every day somehow, and sometimes we see that some stores says got the discount for 20% off, got the discount for 30% off, depending on that location. Maybe in this location only that got the discount, whereas the other location or the other place doesn't have that discount. So this is what we call the local marketing, which is for the customers in that area or in that location. All these three have some relationships, which is if we relate to each other, we know that it's actually a new marketing approach, because it's like a new mindset for everyone, and it also is a comprehensive marketing solution, especially for local business. It's really important to maintain the business in the country. So all of these are connected and they are self-reinforcing. So for example, that use all these three marketings is the Groupon and also the Foursquare.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Abiyanash, metric number 1916021, and I'll be presenting chapter 7.2, which is social marketing for our group presentation. So social marketing is the act of marketing, but not for the purpose of selling something, but for the purpose of promoting a lifestyle or a behavior in the within the customers, and to achieve a desired change or strengthening their brand's image. So in social marketing, there are a few players here, which are social media platforms, and the most prevalent platform here is Facebook, with 90% of the traffic being directed here. But besides Facebook, we have Twitter, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Instagram, Snapchat, and Tumblr. Not mentioned here, we also have TikTok, which is a relatively new social media platform. And all of these platforms have their own purposes. So Instagram would be more towards promoting pictures, and Pinterest would be more towards communities of art people or architecture or hobbies. So next we move on to the social marketing process. So first here we have fan acquisition. Fan acquisition is when you get someone to be interested in your brand. And after they're interested, we have engagement. So engagement is when a person interacts with your posts, your ads, or anything that you put out on the social media platforms. And next we have amplification, which is the amplification of the previous processes. And once you have enough fans for your brand, let's say, you have built a community. You can build a community around your brand or the lifestyle that you're trying to promote through your brand. And in the end, uh, it will result in brand strength or sales. Okay, next we move on to the biggest platform, which is Facebook, and Facebook marketing to be precise. So let's talk about Facebook marketing's basic features. In Facebook marketing, we have a news feed where people can scroll through their friends' posts or their followed pages. Next, we have a timeline, and I also have a search function. There are way more features such as games um, or posting on Facebook, but there are way too many. But these are the first few things you see when you open Facebook. And next we have the Facebook marketing tools. So in Facebook we have reaction buttons such as like, or you can send an emoji as a reaction. Next we also have brand pages. So these are pages that are specifically made for brands and not individuals, let's say. And on these brand pages, you can attach a product or attach your website and anything that a brand could do. And then next we have video and mobile ads. So video and mobile ads are video ads that they will display to you when you are scrolling through your newsfeed or timeline. And mobile ads are ads that are specifically displayed on the mobile devices. Besides that, we also have things such as the sidebar ads and also the image display ads. We have a lot of tools here for Facebook marketing. So next, this is what a typical Facebook campaign will look like. So first you establish your brand page, and then when you start to post, you use the tools to encourage interaction, such as likes and comments. And then after that, you develop a community around your fans, around your brand, around the lifestyle that you promote. And here you encourage brand involvement. So you are catering towards the community through video, rich media, and contests. And then next, the use of display ads are also good to promote the brand and the lifestyle, and also to display the like button liberally. So the like button is a really powerful tool in Facebook marketing. Now, when measuring Facebook marketing results, we can look at the metrics and the tools. So first we look at the metrics. So the metrics are engagement. Engagement is the amount of people who interact with your content or posts or video, which is mostly likes, comments, and shares. And impressions are the number of people that have looked at your video. And reach is how many people you have and how many people have looked at your marketing posts. Next, we have conversion and ROAS. So the first three here could be identified as, I guess, social metrics, because this counts the people. So the engagement is comments, shares, and reach also. But conversion and ROAS is more towards the financial metrics. So conversion is how the percentage of the people that purchase that purchase through your ad. So let's say 100 people. So let's say 100 people looked at your ad, and out of 100 people, one bought a product. So you would have a conversion rate of 1%. And ROAS is return on ad spend, and this is how much money you're getting back from the ads you're spending. Next, we have tools. We have Page Insights, which is Facebook's in-house platform. So here you can monitor all the campaigns you are sending out. And next we have Hootsuite. Hootsuite is a very popular ad management platform. It incorporates Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, if I'm not mistaken. And you can monitor all of your campaigns from Hootsuite and also analytic providers, third-party analytic providers. And next we have Twitter marketing. So the Twitter marketing's basic features are tweet, which is the main feature of Twitter, and we have a retweet where you can uh, basically share or retweet another person's tweet, and then we have follow, direct message, and hashtags. And hashtags is a particularly powerful feature of Twitter marketing, or more so than any other platform, because hashtags can trend on Twitter and not on any other platform. So tools, for Twitter marketing tools, we have promoted tweets, where you can have a tweet appear on someone's timeline, a paid tweet, yeah. And then next, promoted trends. So when looking at Twitter trends, a promoted trend would appear at the top, and we have promoted accounts where you can promote your account. And a typical Twitter marketing campaign would look like this. So you can follow others relevant to your brand in order for them to notice you and for the community to notice you. And then you can experiment with promoted tweets. So you make a tweet and then you boost it. And then for larger budgets, such as bigger brands, you can use promoted trends for a more noticeable reach. Then next, for retail businesses, we can build Twitter cards. So Twitter cards are tweets that have images that show what your business is like or your products. And this is very good for retail businesses. And then next, measuring the results of Twitter marketing. So for analytics, we have impressions, engagement, and reach, which is the same as Facebook. And for tools, we have the Twitter dashboard, Twitterlizer, TweetDeck, and Backtweet. And these three are third-party apps. And what they basically do is analyze the tweet that you have put out. For Backtweet, it shows how many people link back to your tweet. So like backlinks. Okay, next we go to Pinterest marketing. So Pinterest marketing has the basic features of pins, repins, share, follow, contributors. So in Pinterest, what you do is you select a topic or a hobby that you are interested about, and then you create a collection of posts or pins that are related to that topic. And then for tools, we have rich pins, promoted pins, cinematic, and also cinematic pins. We can also have promoted videos and pin as display ads. So you can promote a pin that you made as a display ad in order for it to appear in other people's Pinterest feed. And then next we have the Pinterest campaign. For the Pinterest campaign, we create a brand page and lifestyle boards. So let's say your page is about furniture. So you would create your page about furniture, and then you would create boards that are centralized around your furniture. So let's say inspirational dining rooms or 10 sofas that you must get, something like that. And then we have rich pins and pinned buttons. And then Pinterest also has Facebook and Twitter integration, so you can also advertise cross-platform. And then also follow and interact with the community. And then next we have measuring results. So for Pinterest, it's basically the same as Facebook and Twitter. Okay, and this is a bonus one, Instagram. It's not mentioned in the book, but I think Instagram is one of the biggest social media platforms available that people use today. So for Instagram, the basic features are follow, like, post, stories, hashtags, and explore. And Instagram is built around display ads or images. And next we have boosted posts. It's when you post an image and then you boost its performance so more people would see it. And then post as display ads. So you can select a post and use it as an ad, so more people would see it. The difference between boosted posts and display ads is that display ads are more targeted, and I guess boosted posts are more beginner friendly. And then we have story ads. So when people view the stories on Instagram and swipe, your story would be there even though they are not following your account as an ad. And then we also have, I'm sorry, this is not part of the mind map, and then we also have CTAs. So let's say you have an ad, an image, and then under it you can say sign up or go to your website like that. And since Instagram is part of Facebook, Instagram marketing is highly integrated with Facebook as well. So you can manage your Instagram ads through the Facebook dashboard. And then next we have a typical Instagram campaign. So what you would do is you create a business page on Instagram, which is a feature. So what differentiates a business page and a normal page from Instagram is that business pages allow the normal users to view your catalog or do things that a business could typically do, where a normal account couldn't do that. Then next we create posts related to the brand, and then we can promote the post, and then we interact with the community in the comment section, in the DMs, and also through stories, because stories on Instagram have a very high rate of engagement. And then in the end you can convert through these posts or marketing campaigns. And for measuring results, it's the same as Facebook, since you can do it on the same platform. And next is the downside of social media marketing. And number one is loss of control. So as everything is automated by the software in the platform, you cannot choose exactly where your ads appear. You can choose maybe the location, but not to a very specific sense. And then next we have what people say. So when you put out a post on social media, or people can comment or share or make inaccurate material about your post, and this is totally out of our control. So what you intend to be a marketing campaign for your ad can also end up backfiring or hurting your brand. And so that is all for chapter 7.2, social marketing. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
So I will continue the presentation with the mobile marketing. So in mobile marketing, we use the devices such as smartphones and tablet computers. So these two devices, it will display the banners, quick response codes, which is QR codes, email, couponing, and rich media. So how people use mobile? So people use mobile by telephoning, texting, watching videos, shopping, listening to music, and playing games. So this is the thing that the marketers should know, so they can promote their product in one of the apps that the mobile users use. So next, in app experience and ads. So usually, mobile users spend over 70 to 80% of their mobile using apps, and only 20 to 30% using web browser. So on average, users have downloaded almost 14 apps, and usually use 15 apps. So this is the example that the usually mobile user use spend their apps. First is Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and the latest popular apps is TikTok. Next, about the app marketing. So first is the most effective apps. So if mobile consumers use average on 15 apps, the marketer need to concentrate marketing on those popular apps. Next, place in most popular apps. So consumers are usually using apps rather than browsers. So the marketers need to place the ads on the most popular apps to promote their products and attracting the consumers. Next, about the target. So the marketers need to target to immediate activities and interests. So best ad may be on application that directly serves customers' interests, which is targeted to the customer's current activities or their interests. Next is the multi-screen world. Multi-screen world is the users use multi-device. So for example, the situation is when the consumers watching televisions, so they will view the ads and they will search the product on using their smartphones, and they can purchase or they will purchase the product using their desktop or their tablets. In the office or their working place also, usually they have desktop and tablets and smartphones. So they can view the ads on the desktop and search using their smartphone and then purchase it also using smartphones. Okay, next about the marketing implications. So in the multi-device, so the implication is the consistent branding. So marketing needs to design the whatever the device consumer is using. So the branding image need to be automatically based on the device the consumer is using. Next is the responsive design. So graphics and creative elements will appear differently depending on the screen. It will allow the marketing content to resize, reformat, and recognize itself, so it will look good on any screen. Last is about the campaigns. So first is the marketer develop the mobile website so consumer can see and buy their product. Next is Facebook and Twitter brand page. So they can develop the Facebook and Twitter brand page so customer can follow their posts. They can see their latest post or their previous post by scrolling down or scrolling through the Facebook and Twitter. Next is about the ad networks. So for example, the ad and AdWords, they will host and manage the mobile campaigns. So they also will provide host campaign measures that will allow the marketers to see which mobile ads and techniques are attracting the most followers, comments, and social activity based on their brand. So last is about the interactive content. So they can develop marketing content that is aimed specifically at mobile user with videos and high levels of interactivity design for mobile screen. Hi, I will continue with the local and location-based marketing. So for the location-based marketing, it targets messages to users based on their location. So location-based marketing, it involves location-based service. So location-based service providing services to users based on their location. So this is the service for location-based service. First is the personal navigation, such as when how do I get there? And next is point of interest, like what is that? Reviews. What is the best restaurant in the neighborhood? Next is the family tracker, like where is my child? Next is the technologies for location-based marketing. So it uses accurate mapping software such as Google Maps, Apple Maps, and also Waze. Next is mobile device geopositioning. So mobile device geopositioning is the technology that is responsible for identifying a mobile device as well as determining the current location of persons in real time. Next is the tools and campaign. First is geosocial based service. So geosocial based service, users share their location with friends and can be used for check-in services like Foursquare or Friends Finders. Next is the location-based services. So it provides service to consumers looking for local services and products. And next is the geofencing or geotargeting. So it sends messages to consumers in the area of a store or outlet to generate sales using a virtual fence around a retail location such as airport, train station, and arena. Last is the in-store messaging. So it messaging consumers while entering a browsing in a store. So the retailers will collect, analyze, respond to customers' real-time shopping behaviors. Next is the local and location-based mobile marketing. So it's starting to grow in 2005. So Google Maps in 2005, Google Maps was invented. So all local advertising was non-digital and provided by local newspaper, radio, TV station, and billboards. So some of it was digital, involving the websites of local merchants. And in 2005, a smartphone was invented. So after the introduction of Google Maps in 2005 and smartphone in 2007, online marketing starting to expand. Google Maps on desktop enable the targeting of ads to users and enable merchants to display ads to users based on general location. And then with the arrival of smartphones in 2007, Google Maps start to create the apps on the smartphones. So the GPS receiver in second generation smartphone introduced in 2008. So the first smartphone that has GPS and Google Maps is Apple's 3G iPhone. So the platform that location-based marketing use is Google, Facebook, and Twitter. Next is the techniques. So the first techniques is they use GeoAware. GeoAware is identify the location of users' device and then target marketing to the device. Next is the geofencing. Geofencing is identify a perimeter around a physical location and then target ads to users within that perimeter and recommending the action possible within the fence in area. So for examples, if users walk into a geofence, such as around the perimeter of a store or restaurant, so they will receive ads from the business of a restaurant or the shop. Okay, so next is locating technologies to locate the consumers or the mobile users. They use the GPS, Wi-Fi, GeoSearch, cell tower, and sign in or registration, such as when the users post something on their social network. So lastly, for the effectiveness, first is the acquisition. Acquisition is a number of impressions, like people who see the ads and click through read and pages view. And next is the engagement. So marketers hope the consumers will take follow-on action almost immediately. So it inquire, reserve, click to call, friend, and ultimately purchase. Next, for the amplification, it measures the SMS to friends, notify location of friends, and also share the location. So for the community, it is content generated by visitors or responders, such as review, posts, and the positive comments. Lastly is the sales. So sales is, for example, the percentage of customers purchased from local mobile. So that's all from us. Thank you.